Welcome to Wilderness Horizons, where we live a cook-build-wild lifestyle. Today we're making a German pancake with bourbon cinnamon apples. Let's get started. I'll put the ingredients up to the left, but it's pretty simple. We're going to start with a half a cup of bourbon, go with the expensive stuff if you can afford it, and a third cup of raisins. We're going to let them soften. Oh, look at that, there's a drop left. Might as well not let it sit. We're going to move our raisins to the back burner and start on our apples. We're going to melt 3 tablespoons of butter in this skillet. Then we're going to add our apples and add our cinnamon sugar and salt mixture to the skillet. Once all the ingredients are added, we're going to stir to mix thoroughly and coat the apples. Once your raisins are softened, we're going to take them over and strain off the bourbon. We'll keep these raisins off to the side until the apples are a little softer. Once all the raisins are added, we're going to again stir the ingredients in the pan to evenly coat all the fruit. Once coated, we're going to move these to the back and cover so that way they stay warm. Now time for the pancake. Now when making baked goods like this, it's always good to go with the fruit wood. I prefer apple, maple, and pecan are also good choices. Now like I did earlier, I'm going to put the ingredients off to the left, but again they're pretty simple. We're going to start with 3 eggs and we're going to put them in the blender for ease of videoing. We're going to add a half cup of milk, a tablespoon of sugar, a quarter teaspoon of salt, and a half cup all-purpose flour. You saw we have 2 tablespoons of butter already in the pan, and a tablespoon of butter melted in front. Now that all your ingredients are added, it's blending time! We're going to put the blender on low speed, and while the ingredients get to know each other better, we're going to take our pan and put it out in the smoker to melt that butter. Now, my smoker's on a little uneven ground, but we're just going to mix this butter around and coat the pan quite nicely. Then we're just going to dump that blender right on in. Cover the Traeger and let it smoke. About 15 minutes is all this is going to take. Now my color's got a little blown out here on the video camera, however, man does that thing look good. Just the right amount of browning around the outside, a little bit of darker crust, but man, she looks good. You could just go ahead and eat the German pancake like this, but we like our breakfast a little fruity. So we're going to add some fresh cut bananas, that cinnamon apple mixture we had before, and you can't forget the powdered sugar. Time for some slow-mo. Let's make it snow! Top it off with some more maple syrup, and you have a delicious sugar-coated meal that any adult or kid alike will love. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And as we always say, stay wild.